Yo, 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 what's up? This is Joe from Joe's Innovation Garage in the Peach Capital with a steak, baby, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who's up in this juke joint. Let's see. We got Stang, we got Chris Fisher, 87. So we're pulling some plastic. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Gary? So we're pulling some plastic. So let me show you. We've already sanded all the yellow. We went from 800 to 1,000 to 2,000. So we got them all done. Everything's good and dry. Now we're gonna pull some paper or plastic. We're gonna bag the car, and then we're gonna re-clear. We're gonna clear these headlights. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing, boys and girls. About to fix these, re-clear on these headlights. We got all the yellow off of them. We've done that earlier. So now we're just going to plastic the top. Just gonna guess. Now you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to do it this way. You can use a rattle can if you want to. You can use rattle can clear if you want to, and that's all right. I just didn't want to buy no clear. I just didn't want to buy no clear in a rattle can. There it is. So what we're gonna do is I just went around the edge and I went around the edge with the razor knife, and I'm gonna take some tape just to hold the plastic in place where I wanna hold it at. And then I'll come back and I will finish taping it up. So I'm just using that tape as an extra hand, you know what I'm saying? So I remember when I first seen people do this, I threw away so many. I mean, it's a good fix. I mean, now will it hold up? It'll hold up for a pretty good while. Like I said, you can buy clear coat in a rattle can and use it that way, and that's fine too. I mean, you can absolutely do it that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just do it this way because I just don't want to go buy no 2-can rattle can clear. All right, so let me show you. So what I did is I cut. Now, there's no class, there's no school, there's nothing like that for taping up anything, right? So what I've done is I just went around here and I've cut, and then what I'll do is I'll peel this back, and then I'll tape it back this way, and then I'll back tape this, because this is the only thing that I want to be exposed. And then I'll take the tape and I'll run the tape down in the crack all the way around and fold it this way. Now, a good rule of thumb is if you're using plastic, make sure you're using plastic that you can paint over. See this right here? Paint on this side. You have a paint side, and then you have a not paint side, right? So this is PPG plastic. So you have a side paint this side, and then if it's upside down, you're gonna have a whole bunch of problems. Also, whenever I'm taping up a car and I'm spraying, and I'll probably do it on this too, you need to run at least 6 inches of paper around the edge, right? And the reason why I was taught that, and so when you spray, we're just gonna spray clear, right? But let's say we spray in paint, right? And you spray sealer, then you got sealer on this, and then you spray paint, now you got paint on this, and then you go to spray the clear. Sometimes the plastic will release what's on it and flake off, and it'll be little flakes, and it will get into your paint job. Also, plastic generates static electricity. Like static electricity creates dust. It draws it to it. It's got a magnetic draw. If you put paper here, the paper kind of neutralizes it out. So then when I spray, let's say I was spraying my sealer, then my sealer would land on my paper and it would soak up into the paper. Then I'd spray my base, it would land on my paper. And then when I sprayed my clear, it would soak up in the paper. And it wouldn't be on the plastic. And you'd have less chance of stuff flaking back into your paint job. Oh, yeah. And the reason why I didn't take these headlights out, you can take the headlights out, but then you're going to have to, new stuff's not easy to take the whole, I mean, like on a 2015 Silverado, you got to take the whole front end off just to get the headlights. That's not feasible. So if it costs you, $50, $60 in material taping it up, just take your time and tape it up and do it on the vehicle. Blow through. Yeah, blow through. Yeah. So let me get back to it. I don't know if you can hear, but I got the heat on in here. I turned the heat on. And you want to try to make your plastic as flat as you want. You don't want to have no pockets or anything like that. So instead of cutting this off, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold it underneath itself. All right. I'm just gonna fold it underneath itself. Like so. And then run a piece of tape. We're gonna run a piece of tape right across the top. You don't want to use newspaper. You don't want to use newspaper or anything like that. And the reason why you don't want to use newspaper is because the solvents on newspaper and magazines and stuff like that, steals and deals and all that mess, what's going to happen is when you spray it and the solvents get on the ink is going to transfer to whatever it's taped to. Years ago, there was a guy that went and got a bunch of steals and deals, and he taped up the windows on his car. And when he went to paint it, he painted the car and done everything, and then the solvents released the ink. The solvents released the ink, and he had news article printed all over the glass, all over his windshield, his side glass, his mirrors. He had all the damn steals and deals, which is like, I don't even know if you can still get that. It's like a sales paper. Yeah, Mike, it'll transfer the ink. It sure will. It sure will. It sure will. It sure will. All right, now I know, right? So I'm gonna take the tape, and I'm gonna just slide it up underneath the edge of the light. I'm just working it back and forth to get it up underneath the light, and then I run the tape back like that. Now the tape is up underneath the light at least a 1/4 of an inch. And don't have to worry about anything blowing up. Oh, yeah. It's like a Christmas present, man. Takes longer to tape it up than it does to actually do the job. Same thing here. Same thing there. I just took the tape, dropped it down in there, and folded it back. What's up, cars? Just like that. We'll get down here to this corner. Hey, I appreciate that, Mike. I really do. Everybody that is a member to the channel like that, man, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. You know, and I know times are hard and times are rough and, you know, all that. And I really appreciate that, man. I really do. All right, you don't have to do this. Like I said, you don't have to do this. You don't have to put paper, but I put paper. Can y'all see that? Is that better? Goddamn. God damn. What the damn Jimmy Cruze? Son of a gun. You don't have to use paper. You know, this right here is U.S. chemicals and plastics. So like I said, I'll just take this paper and I'll put it up there like so. And that just gives me a buffer that keeps the static and all that off my panel. And somebody's gonna say, well, why didn't you just use paper? Yeah. Somebody can say, why didn't you just use paper to tape it papered up? I could have done that too. But you got to plastic the whole car because you got overspray. And you don't want to get overspray. You don't want to get overspray on the car. You know what I'm saying? Because then you got to clean the overspray off. Then you got to clean the overspray off. When you're putting your tape on, make sure your edges are pushed down tight. Make sure your edges are pushed down tight. Make sure your edges are pushed down tight. Okay? Well, we're going to use that piece on the other side. We'll put a piece up there at the top. All right, boys and girls. You can't fix sun-beaten headlights. You just need new ones. Yeah, you can. You can fix them. Just like you can fix ugly, but you can't fix stupid. You can fix ugly, but you can't fix stupid. How about that? All right, let's do the other side. But yet here you are. We appreciate you being over here. We appreciate you being over here, Chuck0289. We appreciate you being over here. That's why people stop offering that services. I don't know where you're getting that information from. Hell, there's a mobile guy around here that goes to all the dealerships and car lots. He's got a mobile unit. Hell, you'll see that joker in the damn parking lot fixing people's headlights while they in there Christmas shopping or whatever else. Yeah. Well, you won't see me here again. Bet. Bet. Come on then. Don't go. Hey, you don't have to leave mad. Man, you ain't got to go nowhere. We appreciate you. Hey, I was just messing with you, man. It's all fun and games over here, man. Life's too damn short to take shit serious, man. Don't take it so serious. Don't take it so serious. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't take it so serious. It ain't that serious, I promise you. It ain't that serious. Don't take it so serious, man. Don't take it so serious. It's all good. I know, Craig, right? Hey, a man and a woman will spend $300 to $400 for a set of headlights versus $1,000 for one headlight. $300 is a whole lot better than $1,000 on one, all day, every day. That's funny. Hey, I had to show that comment, Craig. They had that comment blurred out. You boys are something else, I promise you. Funny, 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 funny. Yeah, don't take shit so serious, man. Don't take shit so serious. Y'all was wondering what I was doing. I was fixing my shirt. All right. Yeah, it's my wife's car, man. It's my wife's car. How long will your headlights last? Until they don't? I don't know, Randy. I mean, it's not that serious. My wife asked me to get the yellow off of the headlights, and I said, okay. And she said, can you clean up the headlights? Because when she drives at night, with the high beams on, which I drive the car some, when you drive the car with the high beams on, what's up, George? You can run around with high beams on and nobody won't blink. So I said, well, we'll just fix. Well, I said, I can do this and see how long it lasts. And if all else fails, I'll buy her some new headlights. But she tight, boy. She tight. She sit down tight. When she walks, she squeaks. She don't like spending no money. So, but if it was a safety hazard, I would just buy new headlights and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? I would be done. But it's not I mean, somebody's gonna say, well, it is a safety hazard. Well, I mean, it is if you can't see through them. So I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do Sunday. I'll get my stuff out. We'll get it in the booth, make a video about it, and we'll sand the headlights down 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and you could polish them. And if you had rattle can clear, you could do it. And I know WTF Mike, he uses rattle can clear, and there's nothing wrong with that. I could have bought a $22 can of rattle can, but I would have wasted the whole can because you only got so many hours to use the can before it's no good. Or I could mix up like 2 ounces of 2021 clear, put an ounce of clear on this and an ounce of clear on that one and be done with it. Now, I really honestly don't know how much these headlights are. I don't know. But I do know that some headlights can be over $1,000. I doubt these are that much. And somebody's probably going to look it up and say, well, the money you got in material, you could have just bought 2 new headlights. And you're probably right. But then I'd have to put the headlights in. Then I'd have to adjust the headlights. And let's just say that I didn't know how to do none of that, right? Let's say I didn't know how to do none of that. And I took it to a dealership or something. And I had them to replace the headlights. You know what I'll do? I'll call the Chevrolet place tomorrow and ask them how much it will be to change out 2 headlights on this car. To see what it would take to change them out. And then we'll do a comparison of it, right? What's up, Mac? I had one of those on my Jeep. I was so mad, the first thing that come off was the light bulb. Hold on a second. Just don't drive at night. Yeah, it's got the bigger bulbs in it, Penny. It's a 2015 LT. It's a 2000 LTZ Cruze Limited. Yeah. Well, most people, yeah, Jay. Most people take their stuff to the dealership. You know what I'm saying? So it's a 2000. It's a 2015. Yeah. It's a 2015. LTZ Cruze Limited, whatever the hell that is, you know. Like I said, she don't like spending no money. Not unless she has to. But she says this. Oh, I don't know, Randy. Like I said, I'll call the Chevrolet place tomorrow and ask her. She's like this. She's got a friend, right? So she's got a friend that her friend's husband. Now, I'm not directing this to anybody. Okay, I'm not directing this to anybody. I'm just telling a story. She has a friend that her husband couldn't whoop his ass out of a wet sack if you tore a hole in the bottom of it. All right? Now, Now, here's the thing. She married him for whatever reason she married him for. But she's also said, that he's not not to me, but I've heard her say, this woman, tell my wife that her husband, he's not very mechanically inclined. Now, he's got his reasons, you know what I mean? He's got his, it's like Carr said the other day. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their gift. And what I'm trying to get at is this lady that's friends with my wife, she said one day, she's talking about doing something or doing, what, I don't know. It just came up about doing something. And she made the comment, she says, JG, I don't think there's anything he can't do. And, my wife being humble and stuff, she says, yeah, he likes to figure out stuff and do stuff, whatever it is, right? Now, we're taking a little bit longer time because I'm talking. And she's like, yeah. And she says, yeah, I understand. And she said, my husband, he can't do that, and he can't do this, and he can't do that, and he can't do this. All I hear is my husband can't do this, my husband can't do that, my husband can't do this. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he must be able to do something. You married him, and you bred with him, and you had babies with him. So he's got to have something. You know what I mean? But I would never ask that, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm telling you this is because she was telling her friend that I was fixing her headlights today. And she says, what do you mean he's fixing them? She's like, he's down there wet sanding the headlights, and he's going to clean them up, and he's going to clear them. He's going to put some clear coat on them to see if that helps them. And if not, then I guess we'll break down and buy a set of headlights. Right? And this lady told my wife, and she said, he's doing what? So she tries to explain to her what I'm doing, what I'm doing. And she says, oh no, hell no. She said, oh hell no. And she's like, what do you mean? She said, if anything's broke on our cars, my husband ain't touching shit. We're taking it to the dealership. And she said, why is that? She said, because he. And she said, well, when he gets done with this, he's got to change the oil and rotate the tires. And she says, do what? She said, when he gets done with this, we're about out of tape. He's going to have to rotate the tire. He rotates the tires every time he changes the oil. And she says, he does all that too? And she's like, yeah, he works on cars. And, he paints cars, and he does all this, and, blah, 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 whatever. And she said, hell no. She said, hell no, my husband can't do none of that shit. None of it. She said, he don't change the oil, he don't rotate the tires. She said, hell, he don't even mow the damn grass. She said, we pay lawn care service $150 every 2 weeks to mow and weed eat our yard. Hold on a second. Okay, GM website said the light's about $300. That's $600. That's just for the headlight, right, Mike? That's not labor. So, hey, Mike, what does it say? See if you can find out what like the time, like what time, how much time does it take? Like it should be like an all data or CC1 software or CC1 or Mitchell. It'll say, it'll say 2.1 hours or whatever it is. That's just a shell, no bulbs, no wiring. Paying someone else works for me. Price of Detroit. Hold on a second. Yeah, cars in the cut. Yeah, that cars. That I want to ask. Well, what does he do? He must be like. I mean, if he don't mow the yard and he don't wash the car and he don't rotate the tires and he don't do this and he don't do this. I mean, yeah. Hey, like I said, like Carr said, everybody's got their damn talent. Everybody's got their niche. Everybody's got their damn niche. Everybody's got it. Yeah, I don't, hold on a second, what is it? Max said, there was a guy in my chat one day, he said he never been influenced to work on his car, work on vehicles and don't know anything about them. He said, watching me and JG has helped him learn to do. Hey man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, Mac. Randy Jones, the dealership here is $175 an hour, man. $175 an hour here at the dealership. And it's $195 for electrical. If everyone did everything themselves, then many business was, hey, Rock Fan 3479, that's the whole objective. That's the whole objective. Yes, so that's the thing. You can't just replace one. They want you to do both of them. 3 hours of labor, and it's recommend you replace both and not get double labor time. $225 here. Yeah, it's $175 an hour at the dealership, and it's $195 an hour for electrical. Man, at the damn lawnmower shop up here, man, they charge $125 at the damn lawnmower shop, minimum 1 hour. It doesn't matter if they change the damn spark plug, the air filter, and change the damn oil in your lawnmower mower, your weed eater, or your damn chainsaw. It's $125 an hour. Hey, Randy Jones, don't feel too bad. Mac is in Ohio. Ain't Ohio in the Midwest? They're $225 in Ohio. Ohio. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, I told Mike about. Yeah, I told Mike about Sandhill turf down here that grows sod for all the football fields and baseball fields and all that shit. I asked them how much would it cost to do a 1 acre yard, 1 acre yard in Bermuda grass carpet where you roll it out. $15,000 for 1 acre. $15,000 for 1 acre. Some women like a soft man that they can come. Well, I tell you what, Nathan. A real woman don't want no soft ass, weak ass man. I tell you what, a real woman don't want no soft ass, weak ass man. She don't. She don't. And a woman that had to take care of a man, oh, me. A woman that has to take care of a man. Yeah, that's something else too. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I will call. I will call the dealership tomorrow. I would get a roll locking for tape, the hood catch. What? I'd get a roll locking for tape, the hood catch. You could just use. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Hey, Andre, what are you talking about? If I get a roll locking for tape, the hood catch, y'all should use paper. I don't know what. You're gonna have to decipher that for me. You got a dog. Who got a dog? Vinny, who got a dog? What are you talking about? I don't like the way that looks. There's something on there. There's something on there, y'all. Hold on a second. I don't, there's some kind of film on there. I gotta get it off. It's like it's resin or something. It ain't on the other one. Oh, I know what it is. It's where I let it dry. It's where I let that stuff dry. It's where I let that stuff dry. The sanding stuff that when we were sanding it live earlier, I didn't wipe it all off. That film, that crud, is dried to it. That's what it is. Hey, let me walk up to the top of the hill. Absolutely none. Rock Fan 3479. How much of what you know today regarding automotive work did your daddy teach you? Absolutely zero. Let me walk up to the top of the hill and get a piece of Scotch-Brite. I'll be right back. Still with me? Still with me? Nah, it's no, it's where I was sanding it earlier. It's just the residue from sanding, and when I was live earlier, I didn't wipe it off and it was dry. So yeah, I mean, sort of like compound, I guess. This is just water and alcohol. One time, PPG, yeah, yeah, yep. PPG's got some wax and grease remover that's so goddamn hot, it'll take paint off. It's only used for like metal prep. We had some at the school one time. Then boys accidentally, 330 is the norm. What we used to use was 330 wax and grease remover, PPG. But then boys accidentally put the wrong panel wax and grease remover into the spray bottle, and this dude sprayed it on this damn car that had primer on it, and it ate the damn primer right off the damn car. I mean, completely off the car. Completely off. I mean, just eat it, slam off. It was just too hot. Now you can't get the scratches or the cracks on the inside of the lens. We're gonna have to hurry up. I ain't got but about 8% left on my battery. On my battery. Hey. Hey, that's what we were talking about earlier. That's what we was talking about earlier. DEET. If you can find some bug spray that's got a high content of DEET in it, it will clean the headlights. I just don't like this one. This one was rough. This one's rough on the inside and the outside. All right. Bro, I've seen it in bust so many headlights. What are you doing? Yeah, you can do that too. You can do that too. You can do that too. You can sand them and buff them. You sure can. But we're gonna spray some clear on them. We've already cut them. We're gonna put some clear on them. We're gonna put some clear on them. We're gonna put some clear on them. You know, I told y'all got the daggone Got the daggone plate warmer on them. Got the daggone body filler and clear coat warmer. Got it on there. What's up, JG? Yeah, I had that. We used the 3M kit, and you can polish them, but we're just going to clear them. We're just gonna put some clear on them. It ain't gonna take much. Let me put it on the scale. That's probably too much. Gonna put a little bit of reducer in there, just a little bit, Let me live with you. Yeah, you can add whatever you want to. What are you talking about? Yeah, you can add tint to them, Cody. Like if I wanted to smoke these out, I could put a couple drops of black in here and smoke them out. You could put some pearl in here. You could put whatever you want in there, but we're not doing that. It ain't that type of party. It ain't that type of party. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I've smoked them out before. You know, instead of buying this, you can mix up some clear, put a couple drops. I mean, you can put whatever color you want in it. You could color match them to the car, give them a little green tint or whatever you wanted to. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted to. Yeah. Depending on what your state law is. I mean, depending on what your state law is. Yeah, you could put a little bit of yellow into it, just a little bit, you know, just to tint it. And you got to be careful because I made that in that, and we're gonna use this. Let me get the water out of this. Remember, we put water in this thing yesterday. You can do that too. Let me put a little thinner in here. It's got a little bit of water in there. A little bit of water. What's up, Lawrence? Hey, I appreciate that. Nah, man, everything can't be a hot rod. Everything can't be a hot rod. All right, let me get my mask. Y'all remember what I told you? Every time you get done with your mask, put it in a bag. You only got like 30 to 35 hours, maybe 40 hours of life on them. So I literally got 7% battery. So I'm probably only have enough battery to clear the passenger side because I don't want it to. You want to make sure that hole is clear. And just like that. Just like that. Yeah, I got 4% on my battery, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish the other side. So that's 2021 clear. This is a LPH 80. This is a LPH 80. It's a 0.8 tip. That's 2021 clear. That is the first coat. And it's about, I don't know, I got the heat on. The heat's on. So we'll let that flash off, 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And then I'll put another coat on it. I guess. Yeah, this right here. I got this gun right here when I was doing when I went and took gunsmithing class to spray Cerakote. So this is the gun that they use to spray Cerakote with. So I'll show you the Cerakote. I'm not turning the fans on because I'll suck all the heat out. So let me show you right here. Cerakote. So this right here is Jesse James Eastern Front. Then you got this Tequila Sunrise. Then you got Midnight Bronze. That's a good looking color. Fool's Gold. That's a really, man, I'd like to paint a vehicle. That's a cool color. Then you got Black Gold. That's a good color. You got Black Gold, Fool's Gold, Jesse James Green, Tequila Sunrise, Midnight Bronze. You got Field Drab. Then you got Champagne. That's a good looking color. That's a good looking color. Oh, you talking about this, Craig? Micro root beer. Look at that. Micro root beer. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, and then got burnt orange, burnt bronze. Yeah. So. Oh no. Yeah. But do you know they got different stages of ceramic coating? You can buy there's ceramic coating that they do engine parts like pistons, rods, and all that stuff. Yeah, there is different types of ceramic. There's ceramic for engine parts too. The ceramic, the pistons and all that. Oh yeah, man. It's on the shit that they got for ceramic. Now this ceramic here has to be baked on, but then they have air dry too. So I took a gunsmithing class, the painting class for gunsmithing, to get my paperwork to do pew-pews. But I don't post none of that on here because of the rules and stuff. Remember that Pontiac orange? Don't listen to him, JG. Cody bet you're going to run it. Hey, the night ain't over with. I might run it. All right, boys and girls. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate all the gifts. I really do. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I literally got 3% on my battery. And I don't want to just abruptly end the live because that's just bad hosting. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said, boys and girls, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Remember what I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your home front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at loose and drag. Peace.